What's going on, guys? My name is ATF Cobra, and today I have here with me Thunderjack, Jeremiah Hunter, and Carlton Harris. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the console wars, basically Battlefield 3 PC versus console, and what we think, what the differences are between PC versus console, which one's better, which one's worse. So let's start it off by saying that I personally think they're all the same. Console wise, Battlefield 3 is the same on PC or 360 because it's the same game and the same engine. And what do you guys think?
Well, personally, I play both Xbox and PC. And really, it's just PC's got high-end graphics, and Xbox has got more people who actually talk.
Right. Xbox also won't lag as much depending on your computer status.
Yes.
That's true.
Right.
Oh, wait, is he recording this? Is he recording this?
Yes, I'm recording everything now. But yes, Xbox, the difference between Xbox, PS3, and PC is a big graphics change because the consoles are limited. They have the same outdated graphics cards from 2006, so of course they're going to have worse graphics because you can update your PC. Now, that's not to say that they're not as fun because you have less players. And also, on consoles, you have a maximum of 24 players, which, DICE and everybody should know by now that you can't get any more players onto console because that's because of the outdated graphics card, and that's the only reason why you're only limited to 24 players. But what's very interesting is MAG for PS3 has over 256 players or something like that. They have a ridiculous amount of players on that game, and it's a console game. So I don't know if this is true or not, but that's what they're saying, and that's why they're saying there's only 24 players. Even with the 24 players, consoles are still able to be fun. Like even this game I joined into, we only had it was 16 players in this game, so it was 8 on 8, and we still had fun that we were playing on, I believe, No Shark Canals. Yeah, No Shark Canals. But what do you guys think? Everybody thinks. Why do you think everybody else thinks PC is better than consoles?
Modding. People like to mod.
Well,
Modding. I mean, if you think about it, PC you can pretty much add anything. Let's say they add a map pack you got to pay money for. On PC, someone will go create that map pack and then let it download for free. Whereas on the console, if you can install mods, you got to either do it. You got to bypass some filter. You got to modify your hardware.
Right.
just
With a high chance of just.
you'd have
Can
to
I
have a
cuss it?
JTAG basically.
Am I allowed to cuss on your show or no?
We try to be professional, so no.
I'll try not to then.
But yeah.
Some people say it depends. Some people go and mess up their console and.
Right. I mean, for the most part, I think where PC has a really big advantage over consoles is the mouse and keyboard. Now, the keyboard for me, on the most part, it really bugs me because I hate pushing the left shift button with my pinky in order to sprint. While on console, I could just click it down and I'm automatically sprinting. But with the PC, you have a lot more accuracy when you're aiming at your enemies. You have a faster targeting. You can customize how fast you want your mouse to be and how slow. I mean, with consoles you could do the same, but the dead zone and just having that controller in your hand, it feels like you have more control over switching your gadgets, but it doesn't feel like you have enough control over your aiming. What do you guys think about that?
Well, personally, I've used an Xbox controller longer than a keyboard and mouse. So when I first started using the computers, I used to just get my fingers mixed up, click different keys. I'd be reloading when I meant to sprint.
Right.
All that stuff. And now I'm just so used to using the keyboard that it's smoother. It feels much easier to use.
Right. Now, if you're a console player and you're trying to switch over, or you want to switch over to PC, I think it's going to be a very big adjustment because to start to get used to the mouse and keyboard, it's going to feel a lot different. It's going to be a little bit harder. For me, it took me a couple hours, actually. It took me almost a whole day to actually get familiarized with the keyboard and the mouse settings. I don't know why, because it's not that easy. It's not as easy as everybody puts it. If you're primarily a PC player, you play a lot of PC games, and you have Battlefield 3 on a console, and you want to switch over to your PC, then you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. But if you're not used to playing on a PC, then you're gonna struggle a little bit. I think I was struggling for a couple games when I first started off. But the only reason why I think everybody thinks PC, like for the new DLC Armor Kill, everybody's saying that PC is where it's at. It's a lot more fun. But looking at some gameplay and looking at some other players playing it, it does look as though it's consoles is just as fun as PC, because even though you have more players and there's more action, even with just 8 players or even 12 players on just one side of while playing on console, you're still able to get as many kills, and you're still able to get into as much action, because it's still the same playing field if you look at it. I don't know why people think more players equals better fun, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes when you want to run around and kind of explore the maps, and since these maps are kind of new, you don't want to be dying every time you step out of your base or anything like that. But
and also when you get more people on there, not to interrupt, you get hectic on the mic. Sometimes you get some people on there, all you're hearing is you can't hear what they're.
Right. I mean, more players is good for more action, but at the same time, you guys okay?
Sorry if I thought my modem was doing a update or something.
Okay, but yeah, most people find it that the more players you have in some games, depending on which maps that you're playing, it could be fun or it can be kind of devastating, And even on consoles, I don't think if you had less players, the game would go definitely a little bit faster, because if you're actually attacking an objective, or if you're going for that MCON plan, it's gonna be a little bit faster because you have less resistance. But it definitely feels PC and console are almost on the same pace. If anything, they're both just as fun. So I think in reality, it's just people have a big ego. They think just because you have better graphics on PC and you're able to adjust a little bit more for the mouse, that it's a huge advantage, when sometimes there are even bigger advantages by using Xbox, like communication. It's a lot easier to communicate with guys on Xbox, and to be able to record on Xbox is so much easier, because I just have to record my voice and then somebody else's voice. And even doing this commentary, or this dual commentary, is a little bit difficult. But and also switching gadgets on 360, it feels a little bit easier because you have a D-pad. You have 4 buttons you could push and just switch to your kits a little bit faster. While on PC, there's so many different keys you have to press. Not to be negative, but just each and every PC and console, they both have their negatives and their positives. So I think for the most part, they're both the same. Everything's just the same. Even though you have a bigger player count, which makes for a little bit more action, they're still just as fun, because you still find that it still plays the same. It's the same game, and not much does change.
Yeah. One of the things though, on PC, you don't get much communication though. Hardly people use the mic.
Right.
But on Xbox, you actually have people who talk.
And Xbox Live makes it a little bit easier, actually a lot easier, to talk to people that you want to.
Like you've got party chat and stuff.
Right, party chats. The only thing is Xbox Live is limited to 8 players, and sometimes I'll be packed in a party and other people want to join. Basically, what I want to see is different parties, or mute certain people, so you're able to talk to a certain part of the party. But
private chat.
Yeah. Almost like private chat. Actually, it is private chat, but to be able to talk to a group of people and then switch to another group of people and talk to only those people, because sometimes they'll get hectic, just being in a party with 8 people and then having everybody talk to you all at once. But
the game we played before coming on here, that was fun. We actually communicated and stuff, didn't we?
Right.
It's more teamwork and just other thoughts. It's more teamwork.
Right.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard from you at all, Carlton, actually. So, what are your thoughts? Why do you think a lot of people think PC is better than, consoles?
Well, see, I think PC is a little bit better because there's more variety of games than Xbox has. But on the other hand, Xbox, there's simple games and a lot more people play it than PC.
You're probably definitely right about that. There's a lot of games where you'll find a lot more people playing than on PC. Like Call of Duty, for instance. how many people are playing on Call of Duty right now? Still to this day, I don't
Oh,
even know. But
millions.
remember, yes, and even Black Ops, there's hundreds and thousands of people playing it,
Modern Warfare
and just
2.
playing that single game. I think there's a lot of people playing, and if I probably could be wrong, but there's more people playing that one game than there are people playing a couple titles on PC even. Because if you think about it, the only games that are being played right now on PC, which have started to get big, are DayZ mod, Battlefield, and PlanetSide 2. Those are the games that are growing. But if you look at it right now on Xbox and PS3, Call of Duty has more players, or even if it doesn't, it should have around the same amount of players that are playing a couple titles or a few titles on PC, which is ridiculous to think about.
In other games as well, they've got really, really big fan bases, like the Halo series.
Right.
That's got lots and lots of dedicated fans.
Right, and still people play it to this day.
Like Halo, the first one, that was even remade.
Right.
Which I love.
And Halo, I mean, Halo is a really competitive game. If you look at Battlefield is a very competitive game as well, even though some people don't look at it, but it's very team oriented when you look at Battlefield. You're always working with your team, and that's how Halo is. And games like that, they do well for a very long time, but when you keep using the same recipes or same things over and over, that's when I think games start to fail. Because I don't know what happened exactly, but is somebody trying to call you? You guys still here? Oh, I think we got disconnected. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I don't know what happened exactly. I think Skype just tuned out of itself. But basically, PC and console, I think the wars should just stop. They're both about the same. Even though one has the advantage over the other, or some have more advantages over the other, they still have their strengths and they still have their weaknesses, and neither one should be better. They're basically the same in my opinion, and I think that it really depends on what you're having fun. If you're having fun on Xbox, don't switch over to PC just because you're gonna get better graphics and stuff like that. It might not work into exactly what you need it to, because you do have to pay for a decent graphics card, not only in a decent PC. And if you're comfortable with what you have right now, and you have enough money to upgrade, then definitely go for it. If you can buy a beastly PC, then of course you're gonna see a lot of graphical difference in Battlefield 3. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, this little comm that I tried to do, even though it was somewhat of a fail, I mean, to me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. It's been your boy ATF Cobra. Peace.